Well, good win. Our guys wanted it very badly tonight. We understand what the playoff race is right now, and it felt like an old Miami Heat game with the normal Miami Heat huddles. Guys were screaming at each other. A lot of passion in this game, and it was much needed.
32 and 31 minutes for Dwayne, and that, I mean, it's obviously that second quarter, he just sort of seemed vintage. Do you have any, is there any tip-off when there's going to be, that you see when there's going to be a night like this with him?
No, not necessarily, but he's been playing great basketball. He really has, since he was able to get into rhythm. And he understands moments as much as anybody in this league and what your basketball team needs. And it needed him to play with great force tonight, which he did, and guys really fed off that. It was easy to play with confidence when your best player is leading you and playing you like that, playing the game like that.
So obviously a team effort, but it seemed like Lou's defense on LeBron early on really kind of set the tone for you guys to swarm and get after.
Well, yeah, I mean, it has to be a group effort. We're trying to make those guys operate in a crowd as much as possible. Lou is a dynamic wing defender with a lot of versatility, and he plays all of his minutes to exhaustion, and that's what you need to do against a great player like LeBron. And you just have to make him work. And even then, you make him work and make him work and make him work and have to earn everything, and he ends up with 26 still. So that's what great players do. But our perimeters really competed on the ball, so our bigs didn't have to clean up as much as they typically have to.
Erik, did you see a different disposition from Hassan tonight than you got in the last couple games?
Well, he played well, so maybe that's part of what you're seeing. I thought he responded to some of the physicality at the beginning of the game, and he was able to adjust to how the game was playing. And he gave us a big presence in the paint. We need it. And he's learning and applying on the run in a playoff hunt. First time he's had this type of responsibility, and we love it. Because he's pure. He comes into work every single day to try to get better. Sometimes that result's not always going to be what everybody wants, but he's working at it, and I commend him for that.
He seemed very composed, too.
Yeah,
Well,
he's been working on it. Look, he's going to be involved in a lot of collisions, and the discussion I've had with him, he needs to keep his composure, but the fine line is he has to give us a physical disposition and a presence in the paint at the rim. That's who he is. He's a physical player, so he has to be that for us. But obviously within the confines of the rules, and as long as he's out there and able to play his normal minutes.
Erik, what were your impressions of Dwayne in the second quarter at 16 points?
Basically what I just said. Come on, Joe. What are you doing, man? He was vintage. Exactly. You want to go back to it? He understands moments as well as anybody in this league. He understands the playoff race, and he's going for it. He's been playing great basketball. Anybody have that on recorder?
What Goran gives you, he seems to give you a real sort of stabilizing impact, that he can get a play made when it needs to be made. Can you talk about his veteranship and how, when something has to happen, he's a good place to start?
Well, the best part about it is he's a playmaker. You need great playmaking in this league to win. That's why we went after him so hard. But you never get the sense that Dwayne and he are taking turns. There's a collaboration. They're playing basketball. They're playing off each other, but they're both very capable playmakers. And since we've had to simplify so much on the run with all the moving parts, it really helps when you have an elite level guard like that that can make plays for your team. He can settle you down when you need to. He can get the ball to go where it needs to, and then have a feel for how to do all that and manage a game virtually exactly how I'd like it to be run.
Erik, there was I can only describe interesting sequence with Chris Anderson guarding LeBron out on the perimeter, and then kind of contesting the shot at the rim, then goes the other way. I think he dunks it, and then on the next possession, pretty sure he takes a three or some sequence of that in that order. So what goes through your head when you see all that in a span of?
That's the whole spectrum of Chris Anderson. You're going to get all-out play. I don't know exactly where I am with him and the three-point shot. I love the effort, the intensity, the toughness. We need that. And I'll tell you what, I watch him every single day. He works on his three diligently. And if you just line him up in a shooting drill against the majority of our players, it's going to be competitive. Do I want him coming down on a fast break and launching a three? That'll be up for discussion. But the other stuff he can continue to do.
Erik, how much of tonight was urgency this time of season, playoff race, and how much of it still was the fact that it is still LeBron, and he's still, he does bring out the best in everybody he plays, obviously.
I mean, there's a human element to this game, and I don't think any of the guys had to look on the schedule to see who we're playing. But the bigger part of the picture is we're in an absolute playoff hunt right now. We're playing for our playoff lives. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.